you mentioned that you wanted to keep one of the kind of key employees on. What did you end up doing to kind of make sure that happened?
Um, One of the technicians, Randy, which he's still with me today, he had been with Uniserve for 25 years. And
Wow.
so he knew, he knew everybody in the customer base, right? And so I was like, man, if we were to lose him early on, we'd be in trouble, you know. What we did is we worked out basically a bonus structure to where if he was still there after 6 months, yeah, I'll just share the number. So he'd get $25,000, and then if he was there a year into the deal, he'd get another $25,000, and and we kind of worked that into the whole deal, right? And so the owner, he wanted a certain amount, and then we agreed to the $50,000 in total package to keep Randy around. That way, and it was all based on, he had to be in good standing, and he couldn't just like, not show up to work and stuff like that, right? As long as he kept doing what he was doing, and was in good standing with the company, then those bonuses were on the table for him. Brought me a little bit of comfort knowing that there was some incentive there for him to stick around, and help me as we transitioned into the business.
Well, it sounds like it works for everybody. Oftentimes, when I'm talking to somebody, they are nervous about keeping a very valuable employee around, and so it sounded like it worked for everybody. You kind of probably helped the seller feel a little bit better about selling the business and leaving Randy, and then Randy was happy because he was going to be able to make some more money, and he knew he had a home. You were happy because you ended up having a very valuable employee that was, very low likelihood that they were going to leave, especially if they're incentivized to stay. And of course, the bank was happy because now you've got Randy there that's going to help you with the transition in the business. So I think that it worked out really well for everybody involved.
Yeah, I think so. I think, yeah, looking back now, I do think it was kind of gave everybody some comfort, because John, the previous owner, him and Randy were close. They worked together for um, 25 years, however, I can't remember the exact time frame, but so they were really close. And so I think it was tough for John to kind of leave Randy because he wanted to make sure that he was going to be taken care of. And then Randy, being a little bit older, I think maybe had some concerns about, well, if I have to go look for another job, am I going to be able to do things the way that I've been able to and have these relationships? And so yeah, I think it just brought everybody a level of comfort to kind of be like, hey, we can move this thing forward.
Yeah, I would say that's the number one reason that sellers are hesitant to sell. Besides just kind of going through the process of all the paperwork and everything, it's usually that they've developed really good relationships with their staff and they feel like they're leaving them behind. So it sounds like that was a good way to get it to work. So.